In my capacity as a psychiatrist, I then looked at functional MRI scanners of the brain in real time and how it operates. And in looking at this, I discovered two different systems decide on what we're going to do with ourselves, and one system is a backup system. Of the two systems deciding, we're only in control of one of them. So I called that the human system, and it works from a basis of logic and rationality. However, the other system which we're all given is a primitive system which we actually share identically with the chimpanzee. So I gave it the name the inner chimp. And this system works very much with emotion and quite impulsive. So when you look at something like, why do I eat too much? It then became obvious. The chimp brain just thinks pleasure, food, I'll eat now, and doesn't think of long-term or consequences. It's an immediate reaction. The human, on the other hand, is saying, I don't want to overeat and I'd like to eat the healthy things, but it appears the chimp wins the battle. Not always. I then looked at the computer system, which was our beliefs, our values, and the computer system in the center of the brain had two different roles. One of which was to take over if we program it. For example, if we drive to work, we don't think about getting in the car and how we drive, we just get on with it unconsciously, and the computer does this not just driving to work, but every day when we interact with people. It knows patterns of behavior socially, it even knows what to say. So we work in automatic pilot. When we can't work in automatic pilot, the computer then watches the chimp and human systems trying to make decisions, and what it does is advises them. So we store a lot of our beliefs which influence the way we operate, think and behave. So that was the introduction to the chimp model. A human and a chimp trying to make decisions on how we approach life, one working much more with facts and information and logic and long-term outlook, and one very impulsive and more erratic and working with immediate decisions and reactive decisions and working from an emotional basis. And finally, the computer system which advises both or is programmable and takes over. This then began to resonate with a lot of the people I work with, not for everybody, but for those who resonate. We found that it then explained things such as overeating, but also things like imposter syndrome, why we wake up at night and worry, why we might have relationships that are going astray. It started making sense of the sabotage that can occur within our own minds. The depth, as you can imagine with neuroscience, is immense. So the more you actually apply the model, the more it becomes much deeper and more powerful, rather than just a very simple, a human and a chimp and a computer. Thank you for watching.